This is the TUTTIO Dual Motor Ebike, and my honest first take is simple. It looks and feels like someone stuffed motorcycle energy into an e-bike frame. Quick note before I get rolling. I haven't personally ridden this specific unit yet. My perspective comes from hands-on time with similar dual-motor fat tire e-bikes and a lot of owner feedback, range logs, and the published specs for this model. I'm keeping this video practical, straight to the point, and geared toward anyone curious about what living with a big, fast dual-motor e-bike is actually like. The stance is commanding. Full suspension with a chunky rear shock, a lockable, sleigh-adjustable front fork, and 26x4 fat tires set the tone. The frame is aluminum and stout, rated up to 64 pounds on most retail listings, though I've also seen 330-pound claims on other pages for the same bike family. Either way, it's a big rig. Weight tips into the heavy category, roughly the kind of heft you don't want to carry upstairs. The cockpit is straightforward, a clear LCD, thumb throttle, a 7-speed grip shifter, and a switch to select single or dual motor mode. Hydraulic disc brakes front and rear are a must at this speed, and I'm glad they're here. Fit skews tall. If you're closer to 5'6", you'll want to double-check standover and saddle height. If you're around 6 and up, the bike size starts to make more sense. From my experience with comparable dual-motor 52-volt fat tire e-bikes, the power delivery on bikes like this is fast and a little raw in dual-motor mode. Owners of this model back that up. Twist the throttle or push high pedal assist and it surges. That's the point of two hub motors. More traction, more torque, and less front wheel slip on loose surfaces. The brand calls out 210 millimeters total torque and 40 to 46 miles per hour. Riders are reporting low 40s on the display, and some note GPS readings a bit under the screen number, which is common. Either way, this is fast. If you're new to e-bikes, know that most areas classify legal e-bikes much lower than this. Treat it with the same respect you'd give a small motorcycle, full face, or at least a solid helmet, gloves, and extra braking distance. Range is where expectations need to be managed. Key features include a 52-volt system with a big battery, but there's confusion. Some listings say 52 volts 25 amp-hour, about 1300 watt-hours. Others state 50-60 watt-hours, which lines up more with 30 amp-hours. That's a big difference. More watt-hours equals more range. Owners riding hard on throttle usually report something like 20 to 35 miles before the bike sags, with the last few miles feeling weaker. If you keep it to pedal assist, use single motor on flats, and ride at calmer speeds, 40 to 60 plus miles becomes realistic. The brand mentions 90 plus miles pass with a light rider and conservative settings. That's a best case scenario. The simple math, big motors drink big power. If you buy this for thrills, expect your battery to drain quicker. Heat management gets a special shout. The controller here is marketed as high temperature resistant. That matters when you push dual motors on long climbs or in hot weather. A better spec controller reduces thermal cutbacks. I can't test it myself here, but seeing a focus on controller durability is a good sign for anyone who rides hilly routes. On comfort and handling, fat tires and full suspension make rough pavement, gravel, and mellow trails feel smooth and stable. The flip side is agility. Big tires and a heavy frame don't flick around like a lighter 27.5-inch hardtail. At speed, the stability feels great. In tight spaces, it can feel bulky. Brakes are hydraulic, and that's the right call for this weight and speed, but budget hydraulics vary. From my experience, rotors and pads may need bedding in and occasional upgrades if you ride fast regularly. There's also the question of components. At this price, a lot of the budget clearly went to motors and battery. Tires, contact points, and the rear shock can feel basic. None of that is a deal breaker for me, but I want beginners to know that swapping to tougher tires or a better rear shock later is common on powerful value-priced bikes like this. Key features that stand out start with the dual motor setup. In my opinion, the traction and acceleration are the headliners. It's perfect for riders who want that pull on loose dirt, snow patches, or steep driveways where a single hub motor would spin. The fat 26x4 tires add comfort and grip, and the full suspension takes the sting out of broken pavement and washboard gravel. Hydraulic disc brakes inspire confidence when you need to scrub speed quickly. The 6 riding modes are useful for tailoring the power: single motor to cruise and save energy, dual motor to climb or sprint, plus pedal assist levels, throttle, and cruise. I also like the removable battery for charging off the bike. I do want to flag the battery spec mismatch because it matters. From my experience, battery capacity is the most important number for your day-to-day satisfaction. If it's 52 volts, 25 watt, about 1300 watt-hour, plan your routes differently than if it's 52 volt, 30 amp-hour, about 1560 watt-hour. I'd confirm with the seller in writing before buying. One more practical point. At 40 plus miles per hour capability, local laws may treat this as a moped or off-road vehicle. I'd recommend checking your area's rules, adding mirrors and brighter lights if you plan to commute, and dialing in your brake setup. Small upgrades make a big difference at speed. This is the most fun first style of e-bike you can pick up at this price. Big power, big grin, and big presence. From my experience with similar dual motor builds and what owners share about this one, it delivers the rush people want, especially on open back roads, wide bike paths, gravel, and light two-track. It's not a stair-carry commuter or a tight city weaver. It asks for space, respect, and some setup time. I'd recommend this for riders who value acceleration and hill climbing above all else, have ground floor storage, and are comfortable doing small upgrades over time. If range is your top priority at moderate speeds, or you need a nimble bike for dense traffic, a lighter single-motor 52-volt model might make you happier. Key features that seal the deal for me: the dual motor pull, the fat tire stability, the hydraulic brakes, and the flexible ride modes. What I'd watch closely: confirm the battery capacity, expect real-world throttle range to land closer to 20-35 miles when riding hard, and keep an eye on wear parts like tires, pads, and the rear shock if you ride fast often. In my opinion, the value is strong if you're buying it for the thrill and you know what you're getting into. I will update specific information about the TUTTIO Dual Motor Ebike in the comments. Don't forget to catch my next video.